Now, your child's smartphone, tablet, laptop may help them learn or keep in touch with family, but it could also be a bully's key to harming them. The latest figures show 7 out of 10 young people have experienced cyberbullying, and the problem's getting worse.
Our reporter Rob Smith has been investigating how technology can help the problem, and he also spoke with a young woman determined to expose the bullies behind the screen.
The sounds of nature can't soothe her. Only a constant feed of music keeps panic attacks at bay. Bullies left Willow McKenna damaged, not destroyed. So now she exposes them. When school day violence became vile online attacks, Willow struck back.
When people say something to your face, you hear it in their voice. When people send something anonymously, you hear it in your own. The final straw was an anonymous message just going, "You should kill yourself, you're trash and the world would be better without you." And I just went, nope.
Many teenagers value sheer numbers of online friends and followers. Too high a value, according to Willow. Unfriend the cruel, she says. Show everyone what they say.
You have to kind of make the choice. Do I want numbers or do I want support? I have kind of learnt that it's better to have 1 or 2 really good friends who will support you and stand by you than have hundreds who will turn their back. If someone sent you a hateful message on Facebook, the most powerful thing you can do is publish it. For all you know, it might strike the fear of God into the heart of whoever's doing it. Let other people see that they are sending you nasty stuff. If someone does it on Tumblr where they can be anonymous, publish it anyway, because chances being at least one person will jump in your inbox with, "Don't listen to them, you're cool."
1, 2, 3.
Giving young people the power to shout back on the net is Michael Brennan's dream. Bullied as a child, he's built an app to report it instantly. With a single message, kids can protect themselves or a friend.
Parents fear what might happen to their kids on the internet, but here you are saying, actually, we can use the internet to stop this.
For all these wrongdoings, there has to be an answer and a right doing. If you rely on technology to allow people to communicate, there has to be a fail-safe to communicate back against the problems. Giving the children a voice is the most important part. Children suddenly find out that, what bullying is, how many times bullying actually occurs, what is a fight, what is sexism, what is racism, what is cyberbullying. But actually, where can they report these incidents once they know what these problems are?
Problems parents don't always understand. Parents who didn't grow up with computers, who believe home is safe.
What's so traumatic about cyberbullying is when you compare it to traditional bullying. If you were being bullied at school, home was a safe haven, it was the escapism, whereas now young people are being targeted from various different angles, so they're being infiltrated within these safe places, which makes it very difficult for them to deal with.
Willow's rebuilding her life away from cyberbullies. She believes youngsters told words will never hurt me need to know that isn't true.
There is no shame in choosing to protect yourself. Friendship online, as much as I'd love to sit here and go, it's exactly the same as friendship in real life, it's not.
Well, Michael, who you saw in Rob's report, is here now. Michael, thanks for joining us. Now, you've developed this app. Tell us how it works.
So really, really simply and quickly, Tootoot is an anti-bullying app which allows children to report bullying directly to the school. Schools can simply go to tootoot.co.uk. They can then leave a comment and a way to which they can book a demo. We then come into the school and we're able to come in and set up the children, give them a username and password which they're able to then report directly into the system, which teachers can reply to.
So it actually acts as a bridge then between the child and the teacher. It's almost like helping them have a vehicle where they can have a voice, because otherwise they might be too afraid to say something.
Absolutely, particularly with social media problems now. In the past you could go and tell someone face to face, but children become too scared to do so. Yeah. They're sitting their problems and they're terrified at home, so they can now use Tootoot to report through their iPads and their phones directly to their school anytime, anywhere.
So give us an example of where it's being used and how it's doing.
We launched in January 2015 of this year, and we're already in 50 schools all the way down to Somerset, Kent. We've got 20 schools in the North East, and we're soon to be going to 300 schools across the UK, so it's gone crazy since the schools have found out what's happening with Tootoot.
And it's clear it's something you're really passionate about. That's because of your own experience, isn't it? Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, yeah. I suffered from bullying in a primary school. It started off with being ousted. I then went into a secondary school with the same sort of friends, and the problems with social media came where you couldn't escape. So I wanted to help children to be able to report, so I developed Tootoot, and here we are today.
And you really have then therefore got the better of the bullies that really hounded you when you were young.
Let's hope so, yes.
And because it's an app, It's something that's quite easy for the youngsters to use, and it's 24-hour as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. Simply through logging in with their username and password to their school, all their message stays within the school, so they can simply report any time, day or night.
The teachers get an alert to know that one of their students in their pastoral care has a bit of an issue.
Absolutely. So
you were saying that you track the time of days that it's used, and it's quite surprising, some of it.
It's quite amazing. We have a live dashboard for schools, particularly for the Ofsted and for the leadership and management to be able to see. So when a case is reported, it can be categorised to bullying, sexism or racism that's been reported. And you can see the main peaks are 12 at night and 3 in the morning, which is quite scary, particularly in primary school children.
It really is. It's a great idea. Good luck with it. Thanks for telling us about it.
Thanks, Michael.